Hello. We are going to be making our ultimate chocolate chip cookies today. The tater tot and I are. So what we need is 1 cup of softened butter.
Which is 2 sticks.
2 full sticks. We need 1 egg.
Which I will crack since I like cracking eggs. Plop. Don't forget to wash your hands after you crack eggs.
1 teaspoon of vanilla. 3/4 cup of packed brown sugar. 3/4 cup granulated sugar. And we're going to break that down.
Mix it all up.
And we're going to mix that all up.
And when dealing with eggs, use soap and water. When you wash your hands, not just water, because
Now,
journeys.
if you have a mixer, a hand mixer, you can be more than free to use that. Or if you have a stand mixer on your counter, you can use that as well. I still prefer to make my cookies the old-fashioned way, with using my hands and actually kneading the cookie dough. We're getting real close. Nice hard clump of brown sugar there.
We gotta mush it up. And you can easily substitute one of the ingredients if you don't like them. Like, say you don't like brown sugar, you can substitute it for something else, I'm sure, right?
The brown sugar is almost a necessity. Confectioner sugar would be much lighter.
Yeah. It would
And
make it
then you
more
would
like,
not get the brown color
No.
for the cookies. All right, I think we're going pretty good here.
Ready for me to add it?
2 1/4 cups of flour.
Slowly or just all at once?
All at once.
Plop.
There we go.
Might release a plume
Yes.
of flour,
Then we need a teaspoon of baking soda.
which we have in this container.
Okay. Now we need a pinch of salt.
It doesn't need to be exactly a pinch, just some salt.
Now we're going to blend this. Again, if you wanted to use a mixer or a sand mixer, as you can see, this is very floury, so it would be making quite the mess with a hand mixer.
And you can also use your hands.
I will be using my hands. I sure will.
They have been washed and cleaned.
Yes, they have been washed and cleaned. And by the way, these are some of the most spectacular cookies that we have made in our household. That is for sure. If you
But those no-bake ones are really good, though, too.
yes, they are. The peanut butter no bake cookies are very good. Maybe we'll have to show them then someday.
Someday, not today.
Okay, now we have 1 cup of nuts. Now, they are coarse nuts. I choose to use 2 different types of nuts. We have walnuts and we have pecans. They are both coarsely chopped, as you can see. Let's go ahead and put those in. Very good. And then we have a 12-ounce pack of semi-sweet chocolate morsels.
If you don't want to use them, you can use something else. Whoa. Put it up. It's always good to taste your product.
Sure is.
Especially the chocolate chips. Because those are delicious.
Okay, as you can see.
And you would think you would need to add something else, but you don't. And then you need to preheat the oven.
Now we're going to get our hands into the mixture. Now, as you can see, it's really starting to come together as I squeeze and mix the dough. And you would think that these cookies are actually going to fall apart, but with as much butter as is in the cookies, one, you don't have to grease your baking sheet
Nope.
as you make the cookies,
Yep.
and then two, they come together very nicely when that chocolate melts inside of your cookies. And as you can see, if you were to form a big ball,
It starts to look like cookie dough.
it starts to look like cookie dough. It sure does.
And sometimes I warm up my cookies like in the microwave just for like 20 seconds, and it gets them all melty and warm again. You don't need to, but you can.
So, there you see our cookie dough. And what we're going to do is take our pan.
Our pan.
We're going to get a tablespoon. And we're going to use tablespoons, Sure. just like this.
And I like to eat butter. It's just,
And I like to form my cookies
I like to lick the remains of
with
butter.
my hands. Place them on your pan roughly 2 inches apart. This will make a nice large batch of cookies. Of course, that is depending on the size of the cookie that you are trying to make. Now, along with this, we need to preheat our oven to 375. And these cookies are only going to bake 8 to 10 minutes. You can see that is very nice cookie dough. We do love to make cookies, especially now around the holiday season. So we can enjoy them together as a family. And these are some absolutely spectacular cookies. Turn the oven on, please. Upper oven, convection bake. $375. 8 to 10 minutes. Wouldn't that be a surprise?
And don't leave pans in the oven. Wash your pans. Don't leave them in the oven for a day, because then you'd forget about them. And then you go and make something and you're like, nah, now I have to do dishes. Yeah, it sucks. But you know, happens all the time.
Especially in this house.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get another pan.
for cooling.
Yes, you're going to want a cooling rack, or at least some way to
You don't
Cool.
need one of these, but it helps.
cool your cookies.
Cooling cookies. And then also, if you want to, you can eat a small amount of the cookie dough. If you have a little bit left over, don't eat like half a batch because you will get sick.
Uncooked egg.
So, yeah. So you can eat like a teaspoon, not like one of the big teaspoon cookies.
Yes,
but
this is not the edible cookie dough that you find in the grocery store.
no, this is the cookie dough. You know? So, technically, if you kept your cookie dough in the fridge for long enough before you gave the egg time to warm up and you stored it in the fridge, could you eat it?
No.
Well, you could
Still
eat.
raw egg.
But you could still eat some of it.
It's still raw egg.
But you could still eat some of it. I think I saw at the store, gourmet cookie dough, do not eat me. I mean, do not cook me, eat me.
Yes, edible cookie dough.
They make that, a lot of it now. Especially now. Because people are going insane with the whole...
Well, there's cookie dough ice cream.
Yeah, I love cookie dough ice cream.
There's straight up edible cookie dough now.
Which
You
is
don't even need to
delicious.
bake.
Which is delicious, I bet. 'Cause I love cookie dough. Just... I don't get to eat very much of it since it's this kind and that kind is obviously inedible to some extent. I mean, it's edible, kind of. A little bit is edible. So now we'd save this and this would be what we would eat. Right? Because it's not a lot.
Yep, now we just have a couple of little scraps there.
Thank you.
So now what we have is 2 quality pans
Oh, cookies.
of cookies. Again, about 2 inches apart.
Sorry if I sound weird. I haven't. He handed me the bowl. And, well, it's cookie dough.
There we go.
A piece of that just reminds me of pecan sandies. We need to make them too. Especially around the holiday season.
Yes, we have a fantastic pecan sandy recipe as well.
We might share with you. You want them?
Well, folks, again, I cannot tell you how amazing these cookies taste, especially if you're a fan of the warm cookie with a glass of milk, perhaps. They are incredible.
Yeah.
While our oven is preheating, I'm getting my utensils put away, ready for cleaning. So that I'm not having to deal with it later on.
Here are our cookies. We just switched into handheld mode in case you couldn't tell since we're moving. And we do not have a robot who will do it for us. Our oven is preheating. So we're putting everything away. Look at our nice house. Maybe we'll give you a tour of it one day.
It's quite a mess considering we're making cookies.
Well, right now. And this is just our kitchen. Look at our microwave. It is festive.
So is the fridge.
Yeah, the
and
fridge.
the windows. Mom's treatments.
Yep. She isn't gonna really be on video, but yeah. we're lucky enough. And she loves gnomes. So, gnomes.
Hello all.
This is the video maker. You want me to switch the... You wanna... So you can't really see right now. We're just waiting for our oven to preheat.
We're up to 330 degrees.
Zoom out more. Oven.
All right. I think we're pretty much cleaned up here.
Almost. We're just waiting for our oven to beep. Sorry. Oh, did they bring the bowl down?
Let's make sure that our racks are correctly placed in. We're going to move that top one.
Always make sure that when your oven is on, always use a pot holder or something like that, so you can move it up.
I do believe we are ready for our cookies to go in. One set.
I'm following the cookies.
Two
Two
sets.
set. And then over here is where they will lie while they cook. And it is currently nighttime. It's 6:28. It gets dark really early. And it is December 17th.
Put this.
Is it December 17th?
I believe we are in the 17th.
Yeah, 17th. Yeah, I was right. We're in America. In case you can't tell. America.
And there's the little one.
Hi, I make cookies too. So this is not made for kids. This video is definitely not made for kids because the background noise is not made for kids. So it has been a couple minutes. And yeah, it has been a couple minutes.
And here are these wonderful
That's your face.
cookies.
Here's the cookies. Here they are, handheld mode. We're going into handheld mode, Dad. All the delicious cookies that we made. And you can make them too. It's not that hard. It's not too hard to make these cookies.
Oh, they're nice and crumbly
Boink. Oh, they are crumbly.
and squishy
Yeah.
and soft
Mm.
and delicious.
I recommend letting them cool down for a second because they're hot.
Those chocolate chips are going to be scorching hot.
They are.
Now we let them bake approximately
10 minutes?
9.
9, 10. Ooh, this looks good. This is good angle.
And as you can see, one batch of these makes quite a few cookies. But in our house, these don't stand a chance.
27 cookies. I counted 27 cookies. But you guys count how many cookies you see. Let us know. Because we want to know if you know how to count.
Squeeze these together a little bit.
That's okay. They don't have to be
And
perfect.
there we are,
today.
folks.
Cookies.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Ultimate chocolate chip cookies. Thank you for watching.
Bye. Subscribe.